Which is biblical prophecy.
Sorry, sir. What are you going to say?
No. We're going to do an order because he's trying to.
For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
For the Lord's portion is the Israelites, brother. Okay. Which that's who you are. Now I can see he's not eating that, but that's all right. He said the Maroons. The Maroons are Israelites. They're the so-called West Indians, Benjamites, man. And then before you even had the so-called Ghanaians and whatnot from the West Coast come over there to the islands, you had the Indians already there, Arawak, Taino. So our people are mixed together, but they're all Israelites. If you're of Indian and Negro descent, you're an Israelite, man.
Well, right? Precept.
Go on, brother. For the Lord's portion is his people, man. Right? Now, if you don't want to accept you're Israelite and who you are, well, fine, the Lord's got you doing that because he's going to judge. He's going to bring judgment. Go on, bro.
This is
You want to accept everyone as your friend, accept them. Go on.
This is Exodus chapter 11 verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue.
Against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue. Go
against
on,
man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
So the Lord's put a difference between the Egyptians had the Israelites in slavery. They were another dark-skinned people. Yeah. The Egyptians today are who? They're the Sudanese. They're tall, dark-skinned people in Sudan today. That's the Egyptians, the original Egyptians. And they had who? The Israelites, another people of color in slavery.
Of dark skin.
Of color. Because you got to understand. But hold on. You say that again?
So if they're Sudanese, how are they Egyptians?
Well, but hold on. The name Sudan today is the names that we have today was all put on us by the so-called white man. Africa, Sudan, China. That's all names. That's not their That's not who they call themselves in the ancient world. They're really known as Martyrzayim in the Bible, man. That's who they are, but today they're called Sudan. Right. Because who rules the world? Let me ask you that. Who rules the world today?
I don't know.
You don't know? I'll tell you, the so-called white man rules the world today. The Edomites. Their faces everywhere, their lies, their poison, their politics is everywhere. That's who's ruling. Go on. No, but that's the point. So the Egyptians were another dark-skinned people, not you. That's why you mentioned about color. All people were dark skinned at one point. See, to look like a so-called white man is a curse. You got to understand that. They got a curse of leprosy, biblical leprosy. That's what you got to understand, because you're talking about, oh no, but we can migrate over time and change. No, you can't. You are who you are.
That's why they changed the meaning of the word leprosy. Because when you go back in biblical, right, if you look up leprosy, it's when your skin turns white. Now if you
biblical leprosy.
That's biblical leprosy.
These so-called white people today, I'm sorry, brother. These are clean lepers. They're clean. They got biblical leprosy. They're clean lepers.
Yeah, because it's covered all over from head to toe.
They lack melanin. Their blood shows forth through their skin, and that's a curse on Cain.
People have melanin for simple biological reasons.
No, but listen, you have that because it's natural.
Everything
that's how man was made.
That tree's got melanin.
Yeah.
Exactly, trees have that color.
Yeah, because we originated on hot.
No. It's because that's how the Lord made it.
Yeah.
The reason why the so-called white man, he has a curse called leprosy because that's a mark on him, bro. Right. He has a mark.
Right.
A mark of the wicked. He has the mark of the wicked upon him.
I've got Miriam. I've got the story of Miriam.
You're here every Saturday. I'll come back next Saturday.
This is
they're the wicked, bro. You gotta get that in your head. But you know what? See, but really, bro,
it's within your best interest to get this truth now, because the world is about to end.
The world's about to end, right? Bro. And the Lord's about to...
number 144,001.
That's what...
Then if you're of the elect, you're through.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the prophecy.
Bro, is that what you want? No, but let me ask you something.
My children is 3 and 4.
Let me ask you something, bro. Yes. Would it not be beneficial to take heed to the Lord's word?
Well, you can.
Yeah.
I told you. I'm the only person in here apart from you, who's actually read that Bible more than once.
So Revelation 1 and 3.
Right?
You got something, brother. You don't have the understanding, brother. You don't have the understanding, and we got the understanding because the Lord's opened our mind. Come on, bro.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And
It's
if
a
you can't
precept.
accept that, we're telling you this out of the deep, like what's the word? The sincerity of our heart, man, of our mind. We're not lying to you. We're telling you the truth. You're Israel. You're part of us. But if you can't get it now, you're gonna get it in the next world.
You said you read the book, right? So what color is the Lord? Jesus Christ, who the world calls Jesus Christ. What color is he?
The person who lived, who was probably Jesus, was obviously a man of tan skin,
But
based on his
So what does
environment.
the Bible say about that? Because you said you read the Bible. You said that. So you didn't read it because you had no understanding like the Bible.
He's got it.
You got it?
Yeah. This is Revelation chapter 1. I'll start from 1. The revelation of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, which is Jesus Christ.
And you know, currently, brother,
which God gave unto him to show unto him, to his servants, the things which must shortly come to pass, and he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John. So this is talking about the Lord.
Right. And revelations mean what? To reveal, to peel back. Right? So this is the revelation revelation of Yahweh Shai. That's his real name.
Revealing of the man.
Now, I'm jumping down
Revealing
to
of
the
our
point.
Savior, man.
Right.
I'll jump down to the point in verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden
Like
girdle.
we're wearing, this is our customs, man. You know, in the ancient world, brother, look, you wore this once in one point. You're living in this world. See, you gotta think. See, our people. See, how, when you don't have the truth, you think of this world. You think of jeans, Levi's, mate, and all that. Bro, this is an ancient custom.
Right.
You was there back then. Go on. We all were.
Right.
Even the so-called, every nation walking today. Go on, brother.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Because he said, but you know what people are gonna, you know when you're gonna know this shit is real? When he really comes,
Isaiah 40.
when he comes back, and that could be to your end or to your salvation. You better hope it's to your salvation, man.
Right?
Go on, bro.
And it says, as white as
He
snow,
said the man that probably could have lived. Go on.
and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
Right, so when you read back, it said he had woolly hair, white and woolly hair. Now, what nation upon the earth has woolly hair? Negroes have woolly hair. They're described as having woolly hair, and his feet was like what?
Fine brass, which the word in the Greek there is bronze,
Right.
as if they burned in a furnace.
So his feet were like fine brass as they burned in a furnace, meaning he was very dark skinned.
Revelation is rather poetical in its verses.
Bro, it don't matter, it's
rather than being
poetical.
strictly literal. You know that you've read.
Oh, Daniel, get Daniel.
It
Get
is
Daniel.
rather-
Get Daniel.
rather poetical revelation. It's a brilliant book.
Get Jeremiah
But it's
14 and
very,
2.
very, very.
But what does that mean? Why are you
rather
saying
than
that? What does
being
that mean?
the literal truth of what it's
So
saying.
what is the true understanding then? If you're telling us it's poetry, what's the true understanding? You tell us.
I don't know.
You don't know. I don't know. So surely someone knows. Get the
Jeremiah.
yeah, you know.
I'm gonna get Songs of Solomon.
Prophets last. You know, the Lord sent His apostles.
Can't.
Hey, surely someone knows, mate. Surely someone knows. You said it's poetry. You said there's truth in it. So who's got the truth then? You tell us. We got the truth, man. The apostles are great millstone, and the truth is in the Bible.
I'll come back next Saturday on the way home.
Hey, brother, we got the truth, bro.
Yeah,
You've been confronted with knowledge, right?
Very well versed. Just one last question.
We're not lying to you, my friend.
Because this is a
Go on,
question
brother.
I asked for you. You didn't
Don't
ask
say
me
it, don't
question,
say it and run
right?
away.
Go on, then.
No, I'm asking you a question.
you want. Ask me anything you want. Ask me anything you want.
I know you're
I
looking
live
to
in
do that.
Tibet.
You live in Tibet, yeah?
I've never ever been exposed to the Bible in my entire
Because
life.
they're heathens over there.
No,
Tibet.
yeah, but me, I'm born. God created me.
But listen.
Right? God, so hold on, let me finish.
Yeah.
God created me as
Yeah.
He created you.
Yeah.
I am never ever exposed to the words of this book. When the 144,000 are saved, why am I not in that? It's not my fault.
But listen, it's not your...
Oh, is there unrighteousness with Romans 9?
Listen,
Romans 9.
Bro, listen to this, bro. Listen to this. What we're doing right now, we never thought we'd be doing this. We just heard the knowledge and believe, so we're teaching this word to wake the rest of the elect of our people up. Because all of our people ain't going to be saved. Now, you said you lived in Tibet. First of all, Tibet ain't your motherland, bro. Tibet is the land of... Tibet has got Mongolians, Chinese...
All of us. Then
No, but we're all different nations. We went into that. Tibet has got Mongolians,
it's not
China,
my fault that I've never been
Japanese.
exposed to the book.
It's Romans
Now
9
you are being
answers the
exposed.
question.
I got it.
You got it, yeah?
Right.
Yeah, because look, if you're of the elect, it's not our choice. We're just fishers of men. It's not our choice.
Are we gonna ask you a question, right?
You
Romans
live in
9.
Tibet. What does that mean? The Tibetan people are not your people. Go on, bro.
Romans 9 and 15. Hey, but the scriptures say that this word is going to go throughout all the world. So if you're in Tibet, the Lord is going to make a way for you to hear that word if you're the elect.
You know what?
I don't get it.
Brother, because you got our people over there in Tibet. You got our people in Asia Minor. You got our people all over Europe. You got our people everywhere, brother. So our people are scattered and the word's gathering the elect. Go on, brother.
That's it.
The word's gathering us because we're all over the internet, so that we're ministry. Go on, bro.
Romans 9 and verse 15. For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy.
So you said, how am I not of the elect in that? Because the Lord chooses who's the elect, bro. It's not our choice, mate.
It goes a bit down.
Go on, bro.
And I will
Go on,
have...
brother.
I was just gonna say as well, you said you live in Tibet, right? So you're in Enfield Town right now in London.
Yeah.
Well, this is your time. This is the time that the Lord brought you up
No,
here.
no.
We're giving an analogy.
I was born and brought up in Tibet,
Okay, right,
and in
right.
my whole life I was never
What is?
ever.
But this is
exposed
actually
to this.
this is actually
It's not my fault.
This is actually translated
So
in
why
different
am I
languages.
not amongst the saved?
Well, that's-
it wasn't my fault.
No, because you
There's
weren't on the elect.
This car knocks him over.
right.
You're not driving.
But guess what?
Hey,
That's look. That's God's will. Hey, my friend, brother, it's God's will. Listen to this.
Alright.
It's God's will. It's not. Listen, your steps today. You don't know if you're going to be alive 10 minutes from now, bro. You got to submit to the Lord. Go on, but you got to know who He is first.
And it says, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
Go ahead and see it.
So then is it of him that willeth nor of him that runneth, but of God that showeth mercy. So it was all in the hands of the Lord, bro. If the Lord wants to have mercy on a man, he'll have mercy on a man. If the Lord wants to condemn a man,
Because you've been in
then that man
Tibet.
can die.
Wait, he's been in Tibet. You know what? I bet you've been in Tibet believing all that free will and all this madness doctrines they have over there. Because they got madness doctrines over there. They're in Tibet.
It's not raining.
Hey, brother, it's not. Read that last part for him, brother. There's no free will, mate.
For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose, I raised thee up that I might show my power.
So the Lord raised up Pharaoh in the ancient Egypt so that he can destroy him.
Now, the Pharaoh want to be the wicked? So like,
Yeah, go on.
The Pharaoh want to be the wicked. He wanted his choice. He was set up to do that. He was given a role to play. It's the Lord's movie, bro.
This is a big theatre, mate.
This is what people don't
And
understand.
you know what we are? We're just puppets on strings.
Precept.
We are fucking so great, so bro.
We're puppets on strings, bro.
Next week.
You see, it's hard to, hey, alright, bro, it's all good. Hey, but brother, remember you're an Israelite, man. You're an Israelite.
Alright.
The Maroon.
I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult.
No, it's a compliment.
Alright, thank you.
Israelites are gonna inherit the
Yasha
world.
Allah, he Prince God.
Israelites are gonna inherit this world, man.
Jake a hard-headed, man.
Yeah, but he's an Israelite, man.
Can I finish this off?
Yeah, go on.
I raised thee up that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all earth.
Gospel preached.
Right? Throughout all the earth, man. So this guy was like, yo, what if you're in Tibet and you ain't had access to this word? Well, bro, there's internet in Tibet, man. Right? If you're of the elect and you're in Tibet, the Lord is going to make a way for you to hear this word. It's not complicated for the Lord to do. Is the Lord's hand short that he can't save? Hell no, man. The Lord can save you wherever you are if you're of the elect. Man.
Hey, you know what's funny, brother? You know what's funny? Because people are gonna be delivered from Tibet.
That's right.
Yeah.
They're elect from the four
Islands of the
winds.
sea.
From the islands of the sea, from the four winds. But you know what's funny? See, brother really wears spectacle. You know? So people really, if the elect are gonna draw to the gun, huh?
So I was gonna say, scripture says we're gonna be brought before kings and rulers. Now we don't know what them circumstances are, but everything's televised nowadays, man. They
the
say,
revolution is televised.
If they try to blame it on something on the Israelites, someone in Tibet, he got TV. Man, I had TV in Zimbabwe, man. In the villages in Zimbabwe, you got Tibet. They'll watch, they're the guys that did such and such. They represent this. That's their God or whatever. Then now they know.
No, there's probably brothers already listening
Yeah.
in Tibet.
But the Lord only cares about the elect anyway.
That's it.
So what?
The elect.
The elect.
In Tibet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because you know, he was probably there with shaved heads on top of cliffs. Like, you know what I mean?
And do you know what it is? A lot of them.
blowing upon his whiskers.
Because them areas, there's some tourist destinations. A lot of them tourist destinations have Mount Kilimanjaro has better internet signal than fucking South London, man.
That's Tanzania, isn't it? It's
is that
Kilimanjaro.
Tanzania, yeah.
Tanzania. You got the Lord's got better nations over there. Esau,
Yeah.
Ishmael, they're all up in there, man.
Yeah, and you got Israelites seeing some bows in council from Tanzania.
Go on, bro.
Bro, you might be in the middle of the Amazon, yeah, and a Christian ministry brings you a Bible. A Christian ministry might bring you a Bible, then it resonates with your spirit. Now I want to find out the truth of this. You go to the local city, go on the internet, try and research it, and then you come across the truth. It can happen that way.
You know what's gonna be lovely when Yahweh Shai really returns, bro. It's gonna be beautiful when he makes his second coming, bro. Lord willing, we're all here to witness that, man, and be delivered, bro. That's gonna be great.
Yeah.
You know what? That's when all the, well, even before that, the nukes that are gonna be flying all hell. People ain't gonna have answers, but then Yahweh Shai coming is gonna be like the cherry on the cake.
That's right, bro.
That's gonna be the cherry on the fucking cake, man. Because the people are gonna bug the fuck out, right? Like Thanos, you know when Thanos come, I am whatever he said.
Inevitable.
I'm the, you know what I mean?
And you trying to undo the past to defeat me, and where did that lead you? Right back to me.
Right, that's what he said, and that's the truth. Esau's trying to do all this, but where does it lead you? Right back to Yahweh, man. Come on, brother.
Psalms
He
19.
is the inevitable, and the Rothschilds know this. See this? What? See, really, we're sane. We're sane, brothers. We're sane. We're not crazy. We are nuts to this world, but we're sane. These people are insane, and the Rothschilds know we got the truth. These elites, these Edomite elites, they know we got the truth, man. They know where the Israelites. They know Yahweh Shai is coming to destroy them. They want to upset the prophecy, but guess what? Revelation 12, man, he's going to destroy your armies, man. He's bringing you out of that seat.
Come on, brother.
Psalms
So you
19.
know, because really, this is the beef between the elect of us and the elect of the elites, man. These people, they're just bitches and harems and slaves. No, I'm playing, but that's real.
Yeah,
You know?
that's right.
Yeah.
It says the heavens.
Unless they unless you see, like you might see something in someone like that guy's got a level of respect, man. Hey, the Lord might deliver that person, man. They helped you out with certain things, you know.
Cup of water, man.
Cup of water, you know. Go on, man.
Psalms 19:1. The heavens declare the glory of the Most High, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day are his speech, and night unto
And,
night.
that's deep. It says the heavens declare his glory and the firmament declare his handiwork, man. But you know what? People will look into the sky and all that, look into the stars and this, that, and the other. You know, it might be a day where, let's say, thick snow just covers this. Oh yeah, Mother Nature and all that. Like, there's no reverence to the Most High. Like, ain't the Lord doing it.
Right.
So when the Lord
45,
starts bringing that besom of destruction, you're gonna know it's Yahweh, man.
I've got one for you.
You're gonna know it's Yahweh, man. But finish this, bro.
Yep.
Because you know the people don't respect. Basically, the way Esau set the world up, and it's all by device and tactics to keep you away from the Most High, man.
Yep.
And really to keep our people away from the Lord. That's why our people are the most bugged the fuck out. You see that brother? He's really into different philosophies, hoping the Lord might guide him the right way. But he's bugged out, man.
Yeah. But if I can say, that's what the scripture says in Ecclesiastes 12:12. Be admonished of making many books. That guy was hit jumping from one madness, one mad doctrine to another, man.
And you know what he was doing? He's doing, yeah, because if that man in that book was real, you're saying, well, you know what? If that's what you think, that's what you think. By the end of the day, we believe in him, and you know what? He's coming for them that believe in him, them that our minds are connected to him.
Yeah, he's got that Edomite scholar.
He's an Edomite, man.
That Edomite scholar spirit. He trusts in the Edomite scholars.
Excuse me, he's an Edomite. He's got that Edomite
He's
spirit.
got that spirit on him, man.
Yeah, because
You know?
guess what? If an Edomite geezer starts talking to him later down the road, oh yes, Billy, yes, oh yes, Thomas. You know he's gonna start doing that.
See, when a rich man.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna start doing that. Oh yeah, and the guy's gonna pull out some weird Roman book with statues and all that. He's like, oh, that was found, wasn't it? Oh, that's true, isn't it? You know. You know what I mean? But then,
10
but that's what
years ago,
this book. But guess what? The Bible speaks about Rome.
Yeah.
The Bible speaks about Greece.
That's right.
The Bible speaks about this empire.
Alexander the Greek.
It names names, bro.
Yep. And it says, night unto night showeth knowledge, there is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard.
Yeah, so the Lord's probably got a brother in Tibet speaking this word, bro.
Come on,
you know what I mean? And guess what? Most people are probably laughing at him.
Yeah.
But because of what he believes.
Right.
You know? But that's why I said in night, day unto night, meaning it's all over the internet, and then it said speech, their speech going up.
And it says there is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard.
So the Lord, the true doctrine is being proclaimed in all languages, bro. Everywhere. There's a brother in Japan, Cantonese, Hong Kong, speaking this word.
Hey, the Philippines. There's a brother over there in the Philippines. You know, he's still uploading videos, man. You know? And he lives in a little shack in the Philippines with his wife and kids. No one would even know that he was in the truth.
Yep.
The Lord is way out there.
And he's saying the Lord's name and all that.
Yeah, he's saying the Lord's name.
Hey, it's nothing for the Lord to wake anybody up, man.
That's it.
You know, that's an Israelite.
Yeah.
If they're of the elect, they're gonna be woken up anyway, man.
And look at us. My sheep.
Exactly. Hey, the Lord said he can raise up stones, man.
That's right.
You know, if we stop speaking out, the stones will cry out, man.
Yeah.
That's what the Lord said.
Hey, if I can say, we all know someone in the world, right? We told his truth, we ran with it, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Right, they get bugged out there in different philosophies. What about them? The Lord could have saved them. The Lord didn't want
Yeah,
them.
we took the leap of faith, bro.
Yeah.
We took the leap of faith, man. Which that's what you got to do if you believe in Yahweh Shai. You got to take the leap of faith and know that. And you know what, bro? When you do step into it, the Lord starts making it, showing you like, look, this world's coming to its end, and you can see that. If you can't see that, you bug the fuck out, man. Have you seen what's going? This sodomy shit is at an all-time high now.
Sighing and crying, man. You got to be sighing and
The
crying.
sodomy is at all-time high. That lesbianism, that pedophilia is just more in your face. This is the end of the world, man.
Yeah,
You can't
it's
see
true.
that, man. This place is getting ready to get nuked up. Then you're probably part of the chaff for that destruction.
Right.
Go on, brother.
This is Romans chapter 10 and verse 17. So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of the Most High. But I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily, their sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world.
Beautiful, man. So faith come by hearing the words, man. Whoever's meant to hear these words, they're going to agree with it. It's going to be mixed with faith. And then you're going to do what you got to do. You're going to preach this word in truth and sincerity, man. Right?
Scripture says faith is a gift.
That's right.
And the Lord gives you faith. And the Lord gave you faith from the foundations.
Well, it said a man can receive nothing said to be given it from heaven, man.
That's right,
John
that's right.
3. So,
That's
hey,
right.
anything that we all got that because the Lord gave it to us
Yeah.
through the Spirit, man.
Yeah, and not everyone gets gifts, man.
That's right.
Oh,
That's
man.
right. Not everyone gets gifts. So if you didn't get the gift, you simply weren't of the elect, man.
Yeah, man. You're into bet and you ain't got
Yeah,
nothing. You ain't got
that's it.
nothing, man.
Precept
If the
network.
Lord- if that's your lot, that's your lot.
That's your luck.
Precept. It's Matthew chapter 13, verse 9. Who have ears to hear, let him hear.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah, you know that is beautiful because the scripture says that a lot. Now, people will read that, you'll read it in the church and not pay much attention to something like that. But what the Lord's saying there is that it's about the understanding. He who has the understanding to hear, let him hear, which shows you from the onset that not everyone is gonna get this. So let's tackle this. People like to come up here like, I didn't catch all of what that guy was saying, but basically he was trying to come on the guise of equality. Even if you take nationalities out of it, the fact that the Lord has appointed people to hear and some not to hear shows that there's inequality in the world that was created by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So that alone, it's impossible for you to try and say that everyone's on the same footing and everyone deserves to be saved. The Lord appointed a section of people to hear, a section of people not to hear. Now, we know through extrapolation that the Lord is dealing with Israel, man. The Lord's people. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai created 18 nations, man. And then out of that, he chose one, which is the nation of Israel, man, to rule.
Okay.
Go on, finish that, bro.
And it says, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables?
Yeah, so the disciples, basically, what you got to also remember is that you had different kind of characters in Yahweh Shai's camp.
Oh, yeah?
You had zealots that were taking Rome down overnight. You had men that worked as tax collectors previously. And don't get it twisted, they would have come back into the righteousness. But it's a brother that might work in the finance industry on this side. You see all the corruption. You got to think of it in terms of what the apostles would have been thinking. They would have looked at the Lord like, Lord, why are you speaking to these people in parables when really and truly you got the power to empower all Israel? You got the power to give all Israel spiritual power right now, or you could take down Rome, but it wasn't supposed to go down like that. The Lord has to first come for his elect first, and obviously be crucified on the cross as a sacrifice for Israel. Everything had to be done in fruition. Go on.
Because he came to fulfill.
I was just going to say as well, when the Lord spoke in parables, a parable is basically a spiritual lesson that you get said in a simple story, right? But when the guy came up, he said, we read in Revelation 1, right? Which is plain and straight to the point. It's not no deep parable, right? But, like unto the Son of Man. And he said, oh, well, Revelation speaks in mysteries and all that. And he couldn't get it when we made it plain. So that's why the Lord actually has made it where this book is not to be understood by anyone except for the elect. That's why the scriptures say, my sheep hear my voice and know and follow me. So it says, he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven.
So it's given unto a certain appointed group of people to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. And who was it given from? The Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. As it says in Daniel, the 2nd chapter, the Most High bringeth up and raiseth up and bringeth down, man. Setteth up kings and removeth them, man.
And it says, but to them it is not given.
To them it is not given. So the Most High has got an appointed group of people that he's given his truth to. It's the same. It's in like the same facet of you might have been a child, had a bunch of action figures, and then you said, yeah, that's gonna be the righteous one. That's gonna be my villain. Whatever. You might have had a dog, and the dog might have chewed up the other one that you didn't really like. You don't really give a fuck. You're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna get another one or get a replacement of that shit. That's the same mentality that the Lord's got, man. The Lord's got the mentality of if every Edomite on the face of the planet Earth, which they are gonna be destroyed anyway, well, they gotta go through the torment first for 1,000 years. But the Lord has created these people as a vessel of wrath to be destroyed. Them, their children, their wives, all of them. There ain't going to be no exceptions. So what we're out here pushing is that Israel, the people of the last hide and the first fight on this side, man, are going to be blessed and beautified by the Lord, man. And we're going through this as a trial, man. But the people that rule the world today, you so-called Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, those elite banking families that go back to the biblical man known as Amalek through the seed, and also Esau, Edom, and the rest of your descendants, man. You're chaff, man. And in the kingdom of heaven, you're going to be the least. Even the rodents are going to have better dwelling places than you. Let's go on, bro.
You want a Revelation, right?
Sure.
Revelation 14:3. And it says, and they sung as it were a new song.
So this is talking about the elect. So when it's talking about a new song, it's actually talking about the doctrine that we're pushing. You see, this is what I'm saying. Christians are simple. You read that verse to a Christian, and they will look at it like it's a new gospel song they ain't learned yet. But what it is...
You Kurt Franklin.
Yeah, that's right.
I could start from the top.
Yeah, go on, bro.
Yeah. I would jump up to verse 1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on Mount Zion.
Yeah. So now let's break that down. Yahweh Shai is the only name of the Heavenly Father's Son, but he has many titles, like the Son of Man is Emmanuel, meaning God is with us. the Lamb. Now, it's saying that a lamb stood upon Mount Zion. So Mount Zion represents Israel because the word Zion goes back to the word monument, which is, and Esau Edom knows this, which is why when you watch all of his movies, there's always some sort of reference to Zion. Like the first thing that comes to my head is Matrix, and then you had this where the person that had the truth was a ghetto black woman, a black woman in a ghetto. Well, you know, they had to give it to the woman, you know, Esau being the wicked, but really and truly, he shows that the truth is with Jake, man. You know?
Yeah, what did Morpheus, when he gave that great oration, he said, "This is Zion, and we are not afraid," you know? Hey, Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. And Zion comes from the Hebrew word to Zion, which means monument, which means basically the Most High's trophy.
That's right.
You know, he remembers us, man.
And that was the last city as well. When everything else was burned away, that was the last place where all the mankind dwelt.
That's right.
Yeah, and it says, and with him 144,000 having his father's name written in their foreheads.
So that's talking about the elect. You read Revelation 7, and it tells you about the 12,000 out of each tribe that were going to be saved, man. So what you got to understand is, when you read Revelation 7, I don't understand where you Christians are getting this philosophy from of everyone being saved, because in Revelation 7, it only talks about 12 tribes that are the nation of Israel.
That's right.
So really and truly, even if you're a Christian and you're reading that book, your mentality, if you have any source of logic, is, okay, it's saying Judah, Benjamin, Levi.
Yeah.
Who is Judah? Who's Benjamin? Who's Levi? Not the truth is for everybody, because that would be a contradiction to your perverse understanding of John 3:16. You know, but the Lord's the author of confusion, and the Lord ain't the author of confusion. So you gotta dissect that and understand what's going on. You know, but go on, bro.
That's lucky, bro.
Yeah, because they got dirty understanding.
They got
dirty understanding. I'm sorry. They got dirty understanding, my brother. You know.
Dump off understanding.
They got dump off understanding. They got that dump off understanding.
But you know, when you debate a Christian, you'll pull out scripture after scripture after scripture, and they'll just be like, "No, but I read it somewhere in the Bible. It's in there. It's in there somewhere.
It's there.
It's there.
I'll come back next year.
It's there. It's like God love everybody, but it's in there.
Hey, you even get the ones that I don't know the Bible like you guys know it. But
You're very well versed.
Yeah.
You get that a lot, man.
That's what they come with. That's why I'm saying at the end of the day, fuck you Christians, man. What can you do with a Christian?
You're very well versed. Like that brother was trying to do that. Hey, bro, he's trying to sneak out of there. You know. Hey, look, man. Look, you know what you just gotta do? You gotta fucking humble yourself to the word. You can't look at the man that's like, it's not like, don't like, because like the people look at it like, oh, it's that, why are they telling me that? They don't know like I do. No, you gotta look at it like, they're telling me the Bible, man.
Bro,
do you know what I mean?
Like imagine you go to a
That's
lecture.
a lot of Jakes ain't on that, bro, you know?
Bro, imagine you go to a lecture, you ain't read the book, you told the lecturer, yeah, that bit, it's in there, I ain't read it. Why are you failing me though? Why did I fail that exam? It's in there, I know it's in there. I read, like, that's the kind of, you know what I mean? The Lord, hey.
Yeah, they ain't gonna go up in a lecture hall and tell, you know, you're teaching this, this seminar is wrong.
And the guys, you know, and that geezer's talking absolute waff with a fucking big, with a whole big screen and
with a projector
and the fucking the whole hall in the lecture room is dark. Everyone's looking at that one screen. He's just waffling. Half the place is sleeping.
One scripture on the title board.
Yeah, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the bullshit as well. That's them dirty doctrines.
Filthy communication.
Filthy communications, man.
I'll finish this off. And verse 2.
But then when it comes on the Lord said your teachers will be on the streets. That's right. So when the knowledge is coming out on the highways, I don't want to hear what they gotta say. Like some Jakes, you know, that guy is not as ghetto as some other Jakes. Some other Jakes, I don't buy that. And they'll walk by it, you know, like they'll do that shit. You know what I mean?
that's 1 Corinthians 2 though.
Yeah, like.
Oh, is it 1 or 2? The Lord has chosen the foolish of this world.
They said that about Paul. They said, watch out, this Bible is saying next. Like, they were looking at Paul like, what the fuck does this man got to say?
And Paul was the most learned out of all the 12. Because the 12 weren't learned. Yahweh Shai raised them up. But Paul had to be retaught by the Lord. But Paul was learned in terms of this world, you know?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know?
He got taught by Gamaliel. Well, man.
But like he had the truth though. The Lord gave him the right truth, man. But guess what? People would still scoff. You know why? Because he's got the truth now. When you got the truth, people scoff at it, man. They want them dirty doctrines.
That's right.
Speak unto smooth things.
They want them dirty doctrines, man. Speak unto smooth things. Yeah, that's right. Go on.
Reading on, it says, verse 2, and I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne, and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song, but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth.
That's right, redeemed from the earth. Now, what does the word redeem mean? It means to buy back. So what the Bible is basically saying there is that the Lord put out the true understanding